Hello, I'm Leslie Alexander, Superintendent of Watauga County Schools. I'm so excited to introduce you to our 2024 Teachers of the Year. From your school board, your colleagues, and our entire school community, we want to thank you and congratulate you. We have wonderful teachers in Watauga County Schools. Today I want you to get to know our Teachers of the Year a little bit better so that you can see why these teachers are so amazing.
I think a great teacher is somebody who inspires their students to grow, to be curious, and to achieve more than they think possible. And I try to embody that by really investing in the students, figuring out what's important to them, and finding a way how to help them achieve their goals and then go beyond that. My favorite part about my job is getting to share in my students' successes. I love when they come to me and they're excited about something that they've accomplished, whether that's in PE or in their classroom. My advice to somebody considering to be a teacher is be the person that you needed as you were a student. Find a way to be yourself around them and then build those relationships with them and be consistent so that they know what's coming each and every day. My students teach me to enjoy the little things in life, whether it's something as simple as pizza for lunch or something really cool happening in their life.
There's a lot of parts that I really love about my job, but I think my very favorite is to plan really exciting, meaningful lessons for the students. I love that moment when they understand something and they have that aha moment where they just smile because they get it, and or they're really excited about the topic that we're learning, and you can tell that they just have so much energy about it. I think a great teacher is someone who can connect with their students in a special way. Great teacher motivates students. I think that if you can inspire a student to want to learn, that is, half of the battle right there. Some ways that I do that in my classroom, one thing is I always try to find a way to celebrate students, not just academically, but if I can see that a student really is artistic, or they finished a game and they did a great job, or they even were part of a talent show. If I can find a way to celebrate that about a student, it really impacts them. They are more confident, they feel safe in the classroom, they feel good, and that can contribute to their learning process very much. Every school year I feel like my class teaches me something different. But this class specifically this year, they have taught me so much about kindness and acceptance, and they are not quick to judge one another. They are so patient and helpful with one another, and I just love that. I love their camaraderie. I love our classroom community, and they remind me, even when I'm getting frustrated, they will say, "It's okay, Miss Whiteside, I think we can get it in a few more minutes." And it just reminds me that there are more important things sometimes than just getting through your lesson.
I think the qualities of a great teacher include someone that can be caring, kind, and compassionate. But thinking outside of the box, it's someone that can have a great relationship with students. My favorite thing about working with students is just getting to know who they are as individuals. So often they reach the bar that you set for them, and then they go beyond that bar, and that's really exciting for me. And they just teach me every day that they are so capable of everything that we ask of them and more, and just the resilience, and I think just they help me to be a better person.
I think what embodies a great teacher is the ability to meet a child where they're at. And I do that on a daily as an EC teacher. I get to meet children where they're at and really work with them where they feel the most confident. And it's what makes it so different in that classroom is that I can help those students to get the best chance of growing and making the best effort that they possibly can. And so I think I embody that as an EC teacher. I not only get to meet the kids where they're at, but I also get to meet the teachers where they're at. I love the connections that I get to make with kids because I have such small groups being in the EC world. And so when I make those connections with kiddos, I constantly get to follow up day to day with them, talking about not only what they're learning here at school, as well as life outside of school, because they are little children and they know all sorts of different things. And so the connections and relationships that I get to make are so much deeper than in a regular education classroom. My children teach me on the daily. They teach me a lot of life skills about how to show patience and kindness. Getting to be here with these kids, they show me every day just to take a minute and smell the rose and to really truly take the time to get to know each other and to work together through the tough things here at school and the tough things outside of school. And so my kids teach me every day the patience and kindness and showing love and compassion.
What makes a great teacher is someone who's willing to put in the effort with their students, someone who's willing to create that relationship. I wake up some mornings and I'm just like, man, I have this opportunity to make such a positive impact on the lives of my students. Sometimes there's a lot of pressure there, because sometimes I am one of the only positive people in their lives, and I have a choice, every morning when I come to work, how can I be positive for them? So that is something that is my goal. And I think as a teacher, if you feel like that you can empower your students, that they can do hard things, they can succeed in life, they can do things that are hard for them. That's something in my classroom. Each morning we write a goal of the day. And that is my goal for them to look at things that might be hard for them and for them to realize that, hey, I can achieve my goal today. Hey, it might be hard for me to read, but I can take steps to get there. A lot of times my students, something I love about them is they come into the classroom or they face challenges that what I might seem like at their age was a huge challenge, like they just go for it. Something I would tell a new teacher is teaching is so rewarding. It is definitely hard work, but if you can focus on the positives, if you can focus on the aha moments that your students have, it is so rewarding to see their progress and to see their growth.
I feel like I would describe a great teacher as someone who is really caring, passionate. You have to be energetic, someone who creates a safe space for kids and also tries to bring a little bit of magic to the room. I try myself to make sure that everyone feels really seen and to seek out time to get to know them, understand what they like, understand what kind of sets them off, what excites them, what makes them light up, and make sure that this is an environment they feel really supported and loved in. And I try to also bring in some fun moments of like kind of magic, like pirate day or camp day or space day, so that we can sprinkle in some really exciting moments. My favorite part would definitely be the moments where I feel like I get to enjoy the moment with students, get to just kind of feel human with them. Usually that's when a lesson gets derailed by something funny, we're all laughing together, just getting to enjoy ourselves together instead of being caught in the rush of our to-do list. And also the moments where you get this validation that what you were doing mattered. So when my past students seek me out or invite me to their basketball games or mention something about our class when they were in first grade, those moments of feeling like I actually did something and it stuck with them and it made them feel really important and loved. I feel like they teach me to slow down and enjoy the moment more, especially teaching first graders who take notice of every little thing, who want to talk about it and tell you about it and spend time focusing on it, maybe everything but the lesson. I feel like they keep me grounded and present and enjoying the little things, taking life a little less seriously. And they embody kindness in a way that I don't think most adults do. So getting to witness their moments of just pure empathy and love and care for each other that were unprompted and untaught, those moments are really, really big.
I think a great teacher is reflective. they think about how a lesson went and maybe revamp and try it again. And I try to do that especially with my classes earlier in the week. I think about, okay, how did that go and how can I improve it for the next classes throughout the week. The favorite thing about my job is that I get to work with almost all the students in the school. So I teach middle school exploratory classes, and while I don't see all middle school students, I see some of them, and I get to push into all the K-5 classes. So I do see students from grades K to 8. Another favorite thing about my job is partnering with the teachers to support their standards and their content and their objectives. Some advice that I would give someone who's considering a career in education is to think carefully about what area you would like to specialize in education, and maybe try to get into some schools and volunteer or sub, observe that grade level or area and those that are already doing the work. You might have a bad day, a bad week, you might have a bad year, but don't let that define you as an educator. And if you ever feel like quitting or that you need a change, maybe think about a different grade level, different school, a different area, but don't leave the profession. The students and the profession need us.
I feel a great teacher is somebody who is authentic, genuine, they're motivated, intelligent, patient, and fun too. That's really important. I always try to be myself with the students and consider how I would feel when I was a student, and I always think back to all the great teachers that I had and how they made me feel in the classroom. I think it's important to make sure to build a class culture of trust and love, and I ensure to build relationships with all of my students so we all feel loved and accepted in our classroom. And to incorporate fun, we really like to find our joy together every day. My students have taught me a lot about patience and unconditional love. They've taught me what it really means to be patient. It's not just about tolerating and accepting things well, it's about listening, observing, and understanding so I can best respond to their needs. And they've also taught me about unconditional love. If I make a mistake, they're here to tell me it's okay. If I'm tired or not feeling like myself, they're always there to help me without question, and they're always here to love me no matter what, without judgment. My favorite part about teaching has to be the students. I get to build lasting relationships and make an impact in their life. As well as that, I really enjoy teaching. I love configuring lessons to teach the content along with life skills and being creative and just having fun with it. It's exciting to know that every student and every day is always going to be different and fun.
I think that a great teacher is somebody who cares about their students first and foremost, and is somebody who also really loves what they teach. And I'm lucky that I get to teach my absolute favorite subject every single day. My favorite part about this job is the students that I get to work with every day. They are smart and funny. They ask great questions. They often ask questions I don't know the answer to, and so we get to learn together. And I love seeing them work hard and face challenges and grow, and I love at the end of the year seeing what they've achieved and being able to look back and seeing how much they've grown since the beginning of the year. We have a lot of fun doing it. It's a lot of work. It's a pretty challenging course and a challenging curriculum, but it's a lot of fun getting to work through that with students and to help them achieve whatever it is that they're capable of.
A great teacher to me is someone that really focuses on building those relationships with students. It's not someone that the students necessarily see as the adult in the room, but rather a colleague that they're working through the content with, and whether choosing to learn themselves or the teacher's kind of guiding them through their learning, is just someone that the kids trust and just love having educate them. And I try to embody that myself by talking to my students, not so much as an educator, but as a colleague. I treat it as almost like a workplace, like we're working together, to get through the content, to learn together. And there's things that maybe I'm still learning myself, and we work through it together, and it's really a great time to be with my students. My favorite part about my job is that no 2 days are the same. I have yet to have 2 days that are the same. The students are always different each day when they come in. It keeps me on my toes, which I love, because I just hate to get bored, and teaching just really helps prevent that from happening. And the kids just play a huge role in that. My students teach me that I'm also a student myself, that any day that I come in and I feel like I've got this content down, I'm going to rock and roll with it. And then that one student always asks that one question, you're like, oh my goodness, maybe I don't know everything there is to need to know about it, it's awesome, it's eye-opening, and it always teaches me to keep learning myself. And I just never look at myself as the teacher, but also as a student myself, working with those kids in my classroom.